Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is my review of Higurashi Kai, episode 16. Okay, lots of really interesting stuff happened in this episode. Now, I'm not too sure what time this took after, or what time this took. Sorry if I'm fumbling on my words here, not really making much sense. I'm really tired right now. I'm really trying to get through this series here. But I don't know what time that this took place, because it's obviously after Mio, probably a long time after Mio really got her grandfather's research popularized and met Dr. Ire, but obviously before Satoshi left Hinamizawa, because he's in this episode in Hinamizawa. Now, he hasn't actually been physically in the series in a long time. In fact, has he ever been in this entire season so far? I honestly don't remember. I don't think so. So yeah, he's been out of it for a while. So does his returning, even though it was a couple of small scenes, does his returning to the series now mean they're actually going to explain what the fuck happened to him? Seriously, I really fucking hope so, okay? Oh my god. But anyways though, other than that, I do want to talk about the second scene with him in this episode, which is with him and Dr. Ire on a bridge. They're basically in like their baseball attire and whatnot. It was right after he took Satoko to the hospital, okay, because she reached level 5 again, so she had to be treated, basically. Okay. Which is kind of weird, because for that one guy they said in this episode, they said that since he reached level 5, he was beyond treatment, but apparently Satoko reached level 5 in this episode, and she could still be treated, and apparently that's happened before to her in the past, so what makes her so different is what I really wonder there. But anyways though, Satoshi said something very interesting to Dr. Ire. When Dr. Ire basically told him that, you're a really good brother for wanting to protect your younger sister, Satoshi denied it, saying that he only wanted to protect himself because it's really hard on him trying to protect Satoko, and he doesn't want to be dragged into Satoko's fights with their aunt and uncle, which is why he's wishing that Satoko will just stay at the hospital from now on. Now, this can be taken in one of two ways. Either, okay, he really was a terrible brother and that's why he ran away, or two, due to the pained-looking expression on his face, he himself might have actually hated himself for saying that and thinking those thoughts. So it could actually get a lot more complicated than that in his own mind. But either way, I thought it was a very good conversation. Okay. Also, apparently there was this boss who was infected by the Hinamizawa syndrome and tried to kill his... he was one of the people working on the dam, and he tried to kill his workers, and so they ended up murdering him. Now, this is where it gets very interesting, okay? They cut his body up into little pieces. Keep in mind, all these people were working on the dam. Could this boss guy have been... If you remember way back in the beginning of the fucking series, in the beginning of the fucking first season, they talked about a man who had been cut up into little pieces, who had been working on the dam. Remember that? That was the first death they actually talked about in the series. Could this have been that guy? And could this be the reason why? That's my question right there. That's the question I really think needs to be asked right now. And, man, it's very interesting. It's so good. Okay, it's so good. Let's hear, what else? Other than that... Those were, I think the two biggest things that happened in this episode. With the thing that happened with Satoshi, and the thing that happened with that one guy. Also, well, there was also the Sonozaki family in this episode too, of course, and we get to see kind of how Hojo's got their bad reputation, okay, because the Hojo supported the dam along with a lot of other people, but the Sonozakis obviously, as we already know, opposed the dam, and they really pissed off that old bitch of the Sonozaki family. Seriously, she's such a... Has anyone ever tried to just kill this woman? I'm being honest right now. You wouldn't think it's that fucking hard. She's almost dead anyways. Seriously, has anyone even attempted that? Just Probably wouldn't even have to do that. Seriously. She's literally a walking bag of fucking bones with a tiny bit of flesh. You wouldn't think it'd be that difficult to actually kill her. Dear God. I mean, really, a family can only be as powerful as the people leading it, and when the person leading your family is this wretched bag of bones, what are you afraid of? I don't understand this at all. Seriously, you would, like I said before, you wouldn't think it'd be that difficult to just kill the bitch. I don't know. Maybe there's something else here that they haven't explained yet about her. Either way, though, I mean, it's been kind of confirmed at this point that Orishiro's kind of not real, but obviously everyone else doesn't thinks that he is, so maybe they're afraid to kill her because they'll be cursed. Whatever. I don't fucking know. All I know is I would have already put a bullet through her head, okay, or took a fucking axe and chopped her head off already. I'm being honest here. I know that sounds morbid, but I'm being honest here. I would have, because that again, I said before, what Shion did to her in season 1 was way too fucking good for her, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, but anyways, though, moving away from that, I guess. So I guess that was a third major thing that did happen in this episode. Okay, I think that happened actually first, and then we got the whole thing with cutting a little bit ahead. I know it's cutting ahead in the future after that because Satoshi did I think it was actually Dr. Ire who referenced that, or maybe it was Mio, whoever it was, referenced that Satoko witnessed her parents die, which caused the level 5 reaction of the previous time. So she witnessed her parents die, so obviously it was cut pretty far into the future. How far exactly, who knows, but that's irrelevant. But anyways, so those were the three major things that happened in this episode. Once again, amazing pacing, as always. This episode was amazing. Two other things I do find two other minor things I think I find kind of interesting about here. One about this episode in general is that Hanyu. You remember Hanyu, the ghost girl who was always following around Rika, apparently best friends with her, who we still know nothing about. Another question. You know what? Okay, at the end of this review, I'm going to do something, but real quick, yeah, she's in this episode. Okay. Another thing is that ever since the previous arc ended, where Rika died again, it supposedly started over again, but we haven't actually seen Rika again, so they're obviously not. I'm guessing they're using this time to just get some flashbacks out of the way to answer some questions. But seriously, I'm wondering if it actually is going to start all over again, because I mean, time's running out. The series is over with, and unless the story actually does carry over into Higurashi Rei, which I believe only has like 4 or 5 episodes, then yeah, they're gonna have to really hurry up with that. But anyways, then again, a lot can happen in one episode because of the amazing pacing, without it seeming too rushed, you know. But anyways, though, now I'm at the end of this review. I want to do something called let's count the questions that they have yet to answer. What the fuck's up with Hanyu? Who is Hanyu? What is Hanyu? What's her purpose in the series? What the fuck's up with Rika? You know, why does she seem like this omnipotent being and all? What the fuck happened to Satoshi? Seriously. We still need to learn more about the Hinamizawa syndrome. I'm sorry, but we do. Seriously. Man. Yeah, I had another one, but I can't remember what it was right now. God damn it. Oh, obviously, we still need to see Takano be defeated. Still need to see Mio be defeated, so there's 5. What else? Oh, yes, why are there all these fucking time loops in the series? I'm pretty sure that's connected with Rika, but I consider, as well, you know what, I consider that to be 2 different questions either that we need to be answered. There's 6 major questions right there that we really need to be answered. Do you really think they can finish it in 17, 18, 19, 20, in 8 episodes? I don't really know. Again, maybe the story carries over into Higurashi Rei, which I will watch, by the way. Maybe, and maybe even over into like Higurashi Kira, which is like a 4 episode OVA, I believe. I know there's a movie after that, but I mean, I couldn't really see it carrying over to that. Or who knows, maybe it does. But either way, though, I really don't know if they can answer these questions well enough in just 8 more episodes. You know what I mean? Then again, they have surprised me before. So I'm gonna try to stay a bit optimistic about this and say, okay, maybe they will be able to. But right now, they seem to be doing flashbacks, and judging by the end of this episode, I think that next episode will be yet another flashback again. But either way, though, I loved this episode as always. Higurashi is so fucking good. Like, I'm so glad I started watching this series this month because I'm falling in love with it. Seriously. I love it. I'm loving this so fucking much. I'm loving that we're actually getting flashbacks now to answer questions too. Seriously. So, anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These after guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye.